When Chuck E. Cheese, an American entertainment center and pizza chain, filed for bankruptcy in 2020, fans of the popular horror game franchise Five Nights at Freddy's eagerly campaigned for a collaboration involving retheming existing Chuck E. Cheese restaurants with animatronics and decor from the Five Nights at Freddy's series. It seemed like a great idea, given their similarities in theming and design, but ultimately reception wasn't big enough to warrant a response from Chuck E. Cheese, and the concept was swiftly forgotten. Though the company never collaborated with Five Nights at Freddy's, they did produce an animated parody featuring animatronics from the original Chuck E. Cheese restaurants, a parody that fell so under the radar almost nobody has talked about it. So today, let's shed light on this Five Nights at Freddy's parody, starring the mouse who inspired the point-and-click sensation that took the world by storm. What's up everyone, my name is Nathan, and right here right now we're checking out the Chuck E. Cheese animated cartoon that parodies Five Nights at Freddy's. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop one of those big ol' likes and subscribe for more content similar to this. And now, without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Chuck E. Cheese's Five Nights at Freddy's parody, titled Halloween at the Pizza Time Theater, was released October 31st, 2018 on the official Chuck E. Cheese YouTube channel. It was produced by Matt Daniel, the restaurant's senior entertainment manager, and David Andrade, co-founder of Theory Studios, who animated the short. Halloween at the Pizza Time Theater stars the company's mascot himself, Chuck E. Cheese, as he navigates through his now abandoned pizzeria in search of Pasquelli's famous pumpkin spice recipe. But the mouse quickly learns that he isn't the only one on the hunt, and is being stalked by three animatronic performers. With the night watchman Fred refusing to help him, Chuck E. Cheese is forced to face the robots alone, but it's no use and he gets cornered. Once caught though, instead of stuffing him inside an animatronic suit, they place him close to the stage where he can see them perform. It is then that it is revealed that the animatronics were never out to get Chuck E. Cheese in the first place, and were merely trying to get him to watch their show. The episode ends with Chuck E. providing some not-so-constructive criticism about their performance before getting chased by the furious animatronics. For real this time. As Chuck E. Cheese screams and takes off like a rocket, Fred exclaims, "Here we go again," before cutting to the credits of the video. You don't need to be an expert to conclude that this is a Five Nights at Freddy's parody. If the hostile animatronics in abandoned pizzeria didn't give it away, the night watchman's name is literally Fred, short for Freddy, and he mentions that he spends 5 nights watching over the Pizza Time Theater.
The name's Fred. I'm the night watchman. I'm here 5 nights a week.
5 nights? Fred? Yeah, they're not even trying to hide it. You might as well call the short Five Nights at the Pizza Time Theater and add a purple man to the cast. But can we go as far as saying it's a complete ripoff of Five Nights at Freddy's? Not exactly. You see, the animatronics featured in Halloween at the Pizza Time Theater aren't inspired versions of Freddy and the gang. In fact, these characters are actually from the first version of Chuck E. Cheese, known as Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater, which ran from 1977 to 1984. Though the Pizza Time Theater had many animatronics, including Chuck E. Cheese himself, the cartoon omits much of the original cast, simplifying it down to just Dolly Dimples the hippo, Madam Oink the pig, and the King, who is a lion version of Elvis Presley. And I thought Crocodile Loki was strange. Now we got a lion variant of Elvis Presley? Guys, you have got to stop messing with the sacred timeline. Loki reference aside, it's actually really cool to see these characters return decades after they were retired. I wish I could say the same thing about the rest of the cartoon, but it's essentially just Five Nights at Freddy's replaced with Chuck E. Cheese characters. Not a ripoff per se, but it never really tries to put its own spin on things like a good parody should, and just reuses elements from the original game, like doors activated by buttons and cameras scanning different rooms. Maybe that's why, despite having over 2 million views on YouTube and a whopping 14,000 likes, almost nobody remembers or talks about this short. It was just an overly generic cardboard cutout that was made to entice Five Nights at Freddy's fans, and in the end just leaves you feeling like, yeah, that happened. At the very least, it does show you what a potential collaboration between Chuck E. Cheese and Five Nights at Freddy's would feel like. However, it is executed in the safest way possible that the concept doesn't even feel thrilling anymore. As for the animation, well, it's nothing to write home about, but it does the job, especially for a low-budget cartoon with 3 animators. I just wish it wasn't so clunky at times, especially when the characters move around. Where Halloween at the Pizza Time Theater really shines is in its backgrounds. You can really tell how hard the artist worked based on the amount of detail in each object in close-up. Plus, they really nailed the dark and gritty feel of Five Nights at Freddy's with the use of low saturated colors and minimal lighting. And this might just be me, but I really love the way they went about shading things. It feels like it was straight out of one of those Mickey Mouse cartoons. Last but not least, the music and sound design. Though there are times when I felt like they overdid it a bit with the melody, every sound effect was just perfect. It really contributed to the "this is an abandoned and decaying restaurant that might as well be a haunted house" vibe. Seriously though, props to the designers for really doing their homework when it came to sounds. It's those little things like the buzzing of a light becoming quieter once it's off in the distance that really shows how much dedication was poured into this cartoon. If only it didn't try to play things super safe and branched out past what we see in Five Nights at Freddy's. Maybe then I'd like it more than I did. Have Chuck E. Cheese, I don't know, get chased by the animatronics through a playground or hide inside an animatronic suit. At least then it would be refreshing to watch and wouldn't just be some alternate version of Five Nights at Freddy's. Overall though, I definitely recommend this short. It has good visuals, stellar atmosphere, and I'm honestly surprised how solid it is for a team of 26 people. Don't get me wrong, it's still a kid's cartoon with kids' humor, and you probably won't get much out of it as an adult. But if you're a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, crave that sweet 80s nostalgia, or just want to see what would happen if the two restaurants crossed paths, Halloween at the Pizza Time Theater is for you. Usually I'd end this segment with a funny joke or pun, but I literally can't think of anything right now, so here's a couple cursed frames of Chuck E. Cheese. Like, legit, what happened here, bruh? Did he slam his face in a toaster? But anyway, that's all I have to say about Halloween at the Pizza Time Theater. Thank you all so much for watching. It was a ton of fun to cover something different, so let me know if you'd like to see more forgotten Five Nights at Freddy's content in the future. So what are your thoughts? Do you agree with my thoughts on the short? Which Chuck E. Cheese character is your favorite? Do you think we'll ever get a sequel to this cartoon? Tell me in the comments below. As always, it's been a pleasure talking Five Nights at Freddy's with you all, and I'll see you all in the next project. Gamer Dude, over and out.